In a minute they're going to start jumping. But I was also hit by an arapaima in the Amazon. And that was about 70 or 80 pounds. Hit me in the chest.
Wow. Good.
And honestly, I was still feeling that after 6 weeks. It was such a solid blow.
And was that an aggressive blow from the fish or an accident? Was it trying to say, get away
Just
from
being
me?
affectionate?
Horrible. I wouldn't be like, wait a minute, let's just see for ourselves.
He was quite lucky though, because what they can do...
Look at that, because that attached to your jugular. That's your jugular. That's the main vein supplying blood. So was it taking blood from your body?
Not at that point, I got it off in time. And what they can do, and their modus operandi, they normally feed on fish and they normally bore into...
43 seconds. That is how long Jeremy Wade was dead. Heart stopped, no pulse, cameras still rolling. April 2017, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and Animal Planet executives made a choice that night that would bury the truth for 9 years. Because what happened on that boat during the final episode of River Monsters was so dangerous, so catastrophic, that airing it would have destroyed the network. Wade just broke his silence. February 2026. The 69-year-old legend sits down for his first real interview since the show ended. His hands shake, not from age, but from kidney failure. The doctors gave him 2 years maximum, and Wade decided he does not care about the $8 million NDA he signed anymore. He is going to tell you exactly what Animal Planet covered up.
Well, it's been a long and incredible River Monsters journey. 10 years ago, I had this list in my head of outsize and outlandish fish that I wanted to catch from around the world. I never dreamt that I'd get to the end of that list, but I have, and then some.
The show did not end because he ran out of monsters. It ended because the network almost killed him on camera and then paid him to shut up about it. Here is what really happened that final night. Wade is hauling up a 6-gill shark from 2,000 feet deep. This thing weighs 600 pounds. 14 feet of prehistoric nightmare, and Wade's body just gives out. His chest explodes with pain. Arms go numb. He hits the deck hard. No breathing. The medic on board is a 24-year-old production assistant with basic CPR training. Not a real doctor, not a paramedic, just a kid who took a weekend course. 43 seconds of chest compressions. The crew is screaming. The camera operator does not know whether to keep filming or help. And then Wade gasps. Eyes snap open, blood running from his nose, and the first words out of his mouth are, "Did we land it?" The shark is still fighting on the line.
The fish was almost within reaching distance. I saw that fish. That was a good sized fish. But something just gave in the gear at the end. What?
Wade gets back up, finishes the catch, releases the shark, looks at the camera and says, "We are done," then collapses again. This time the camera's cut. Animal Planet executives watch the raw footage 72 hours later and realise they have a nightmare. Their biggest star almost died on film. If this gets out, the lawsuits will never stop. So they make Wade an offer, $8 million, sign an NDA, never speak about what happened. We will tell the public you ran out of fish to catch. Wade signs because he knows no network will ever hire him again if audiences learn the truth. But the heart attack was not the first time Animal Planet put Wade's life at risk. It was the 7th. And Wade kept every piece of evidence, medical records, crash reports, raw footage they thought was deleted. He kept it all. And now he is releasing it because he has nothing left to lose.
Knowing what's coming makes the second attempt even more daunting. I'm afraid. Jeremy is afraid, he's saying. I think that is fairly clear to see. Right, he's saying they might be a bit tired this time, so they might...
The network knew River Monsters was dangerous from day one. They knew Wade was getting hurt. They knew the safety protocols were inadequate. But the show was making too much money to stop. At its peak, River Monsters pulled 20 million viewers per episode. International deals worth hundreds of millions. Wade was a brand, and brands do not die on camera. So Animal Planet made a calculated decision. Keep filming until something catastrophic happens, then bury it.
That's a good size as well. They almost took it on the drop as it hit the water. Let's keep away from this rock. Let's just come into let's just go behind. Oh.
That catastrophic moment came in season 9 with the 6-gill shark. But it almost happened 6 other times, and every single time the network covered it up, edited the footage, lied to the audience and sent Wade back into the water. Wade wanted to quit after season 7. His body was breaking down. Infections from the Amazon, parasites from the Congo, venom damage that never fully healed. He told Animal Planet he was done, and they offered him $15 million for 2 more seasons. Wade took it, not because he needed money, but because he was addicted to the danger, and that addiction almost killed him.
Okay, we didn't get one. We're going to have to go through the whole thing again.
The 6-gill episode was supposed to have extra safety measures. Wade demanded a real medical team, backup boats, emergency evac equipment. But when the crew arrived at the location, none of it was there. The network had cut costs to maximise profit. Wade was furious, but backing out would breach his contract, so he went ahead with the shoot knowing it was unsafe, and his heart stopped.
Why did you do that? Now, you went into that river in the hopes that that animal would attach itself to you?
What I was trying to do was recreate what happened to a long-distance swimmer. He was swimming the length of Lake Champlain, and a load of these things attached to him. He didn't know what they were, including one on his neck like that.
When Wade woke up on that deck after 43 seconds, the medic told him later he was clinically gone. Brain activity dropped, pupils fixed. If he had not responded to CPR, there was no plan B, no defibrillator, no helicopter coming. He would have died in the Atlantic, and Animal Planet would have called it a tragic accident, blamed it on his age, paid the family, moved on. But Wade survived, and the second he could stand, he told the producers, "This show is over right now. No season 10, no spin-offs. Done." The network panicked because River Monsters was their biggest asset. They tried everything. Offered $20 million for more seasons, threatened legal action for breach of contract, and when Wade would not budge, they pulled out the NDA $8 million. You never talk about what happened. We control the narrative. Everyone walks away.
I mean, they don't have very big teeth, but they do. The male arapaima, when they're fighting during the breeding season, they sometimes a male will kill another male. Sometimes a female, if she's not too impressed by the male that's after her, will actually kill the male. I mean, there we go. That's...
Wade signed because he understood the reality. If he went public about the heart attack and the 6 other near-death incidents, his career was finished. No network would touch him. Insurance companies would blacklist him. He would never work in television again. So he took the money and disappeared into smaller projects. Mighty Rivers, Dark Waters, shows that did not require him to risk his life every episode. For 9 years, he stayed silent while River Monsters became a legend. Fans created theories about why it ended. Some said Wade ran out of creatures to catch. Others claimed he retired to protect the environment. A few thought he had a falling out with the network. Nobody knew the truth, that Animal Planet had nearly killed him and paid him to cover it up. Until November 2025, when Wade got the diagnosis, chronic kidney failure, all those years of infections and parasites and venom finally caught up. His organs are shutting down. Dialysis might buy him 2 years. And Wade made a decision. He's going to burn it all down before he goes.
The Breda River. The Breda River in Western Cape Province is connected to the Buffeljags, the scene of the mermaid incident I came here to check out. So my investigation has come full circle.
February 2026. Interview drops, Wade lays out everything. The heart attack, the inadequate medical staff, the 6 previous incidents where he almost died, the network cutting safety corners to save money, the $8 million hush payment, and most damaging, he releases the evidence. Medical records showing the malaria he caught in Season 4 nearly killed him. Crash reports from the helicopter that went down in Season 7 that Animal Planet never reported. Photos of injuries the network edited out of episodes, and the raw footage from the 6-gill shoot showing him collapsing. The medic doing CPR. 43 seconds of chaos that was never supposed to see daylight.
So it's with very mixed feelings that I've decided to end my River Monsters journey, a journey that never would have happened without your enthusiasm and support. I've gone places, met people and seen things that will stay with me forever, and I'm more grateful for that than I can say.
The internet explodes. River Monsters fans, who spent 9 years believing the show ended naturally, suddenly realise they were lied to. Animal Planet releases a statement denying Wade's claims, calling them exaggerated, but the evidence is too strong. Crew members start coming forward with their own stories about unsafe conditions, lack of proper medical support, network pressure to get footage, no matter the cost.
If you could film an episode of Extinct or Alive with Jeremy Wade,
Yeah.
what would you ask him to help you track down?
The Mauritanian shark ray. So it's an extinct species of shark ray from Mauritania. Hasn't been seen in, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago, something like that. The only way you're going to find the shark ray is fishing. And I am a quite good angler.
Is it a fish that's caused you some sort of damage, or what is it, Jeremy?
I'd actually recce that. I checked it all out because I knew that I might have to do jump in after it. I was once headbutted by a fish. Actually, I'll tell you what, I was headbutted in America.
Lawsuits start filing. Former crew members suing for endangerment. Wade's lawyer sending letters about the NDA being void because Animal Planet materially misrepresented the safety conditions. The network is in full crisis mode, trying to contain the damage. But it is too late. The truth is out. And Wade is sitting in his home watching it burn, knowing he does not have much time left, knowing this is his final act, exposing the machine that almost killed him 7 times and then paid him to pretend it never happened.
Here we go. Oh, look at this. Look. These are animals, 4-legged animals. There! Right, so here we go. There's creatures here, there's several of them. They all have a head, arms. They normally bore into the fish. They've got this sucker with teeth. They've got a tongue that has teeth on it, and it's a bit like a piston. They drill a hole and then they suck out the body fluids. Now they can
They suck out the body fluids from the fish, leaving just a husk of a fish.
Exactly. Or sometimes, I mean, they do go for people, but sometimes they're not wanting to feed. They're just hitching a ride.
River Monsters did not end because the mission was complete. It ended because Jeremy Wade's heart stopped for 43 seconds and Animal Planet realised they could not risk it happening again on camera. So they killed the show, paid Wade $8 million to stay quiet, and fed the audience a lie about running out of monsters to catch. The real monster was the network, the system that prioritised profit over safety, that sent a man into life-threatening situations with inadequate medical support, that covered up injuries and crashes and near-death experiences because the show was too valuable to stop.
So, what do I do now? Well, one journey may have come to an end, but there are still big stories out there that I want to find and share. Something tells me I'm going to stay busy. So, watch this space. Just go behind. That came off. I sort of trying to muscle it past this snag here.
Wade caught every creature on his list, but the cost was his health. His body is failing now. Kidneys shutting down from decades of parasites and infections. And in his final years, he wants the world to know what really happened in those rivers. What the cameras did not show. What Animal Planet buried. 43 seconds. That is how long Jeremy Wade was dead. And for 9 years, Animal Planet made sure you never knew. But now the truth is out. The NDA is broken. The evidence is public. And the legend of River Monsters will never be the same. Because it was not a show about catching fish. It was a show about a network willing to sacrifice a man's life for ratings. And Wade survived just long enough to make sure everyone knows.